Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of how I operate the FL Studio mobile interface. Well, in previous episode, we've been able to establish how I make my drums and how I play them and how I mix my drums. Okay, in this video, we're talking about how I play other instruments here on the FL Mobile Studio app. So here already, because of time, I don't want the video to be too lengthy, so I created a techno beat already. Well, if you don't know how to do this, I would suggest you refer back to the previous video I've posted concerning the drums. Okay, so let's hear how the drums sound or what I've done here. So that drum, I'm supposed to make a techno drum pattern. So moving further, I also created a chord progression here because since it's a techno beat, so I want to make it technoing. So my synths. Okay, before I go further, on this pattern here, I have the drums. Here I have the pick bass. Then the first yellow box, I have my close ground, which is supposed to serve as my piano, my grand piano. Then on this second yellow box, I have the harmless one lead. So it's like a synth pad to make the sound more full, like to hold the background so it doesn't sound empty. Then this last box here is my dirty electro. It's actually my synth lead. So for the synth lead, I added a dirty electro from the DW sampler. Then I layered it with harmless 70s lead from the DW sampler, and also this woofer from the DW sampler, and I give it some little reverb. Okay, so that's that for my synth lead. And what I actually played here on the key of D was like, let's hear it play. Okay, so that's why I have my synth lead. Then for my grand piano, and for those of you asking how I play my chords in FL Studio Mobile, well, this is what I mean. I actually stack the notes. Like this is the notes. So I just put it in the box. For example, I want it to be on C7. I move it to C7. Then let's say I want to play a C major chord. So I'll put the first box on C7, put the second box on E7, then put the third note on G7. So this basically is how I play my chords on FL Studio Mobile. I just stack them accordingly the way I want it to be. So I hope that is understood now. So for this, I actually played a chord to bounce along the synth I already played. So let's see how it sounds with the chord. So I'm just going to switch this on. Let's go. Alright, so that's that. Then for my synth pad, I'm just going to copy what I have on my grand piano and paste here. Sorry, copy, paste. So let's see how it sounds now. There's a note sounding off. Yes, gotcha. Bastard, you won't spoil my YouTube video. Okay, so with that fixed, copy this again, delete this, and paste. Okay, so that sounds better. So with that in place, move forward to the bass. Okay. So I'm just going to play what I want on the bass. You also can do what you want. I mean, this life is it's a free world, so nobody's going to hold you accountable for doing what you want. Although sometimes if you thief, they will catch you. So moving forward, playing this bass now, I have something like. All right. So with that being done, yes, yeah, it sounds together. But going further, before I end the video, let me just show you my settings for my bass. So I actually took my bass from the DW sampler also, and I took it from the guitar. So when you load the DW sampler, it shows you this box here. Then I entered guitar here and took the pick bars from the DW sampler. Then I just load in an FX tune EQ and also a sterilizer. The reason why I made use of a sterilizer is I want the bass to be focused. Okay, so I want it to be. I don't want it to. I want the bass to be at the center. I don't want it to pan to the left or to the right, or I don't want it to spread too much. I want it to be at the center. That's why I loaded this FX sterilizer, and these are the settings I used to achieve my goal for the bass. Then for my grand piano, I took my grand piano from the DW sampler also, close ground from keyboard. So when you load the DW sampler, you see the keyboard, you load the keyboard, then I took the close ground. The other piano sounds here, so you can explore that. But I made use of the close ground for this project. And also I loaded an effects equalizer also, and these are the settings I used for the equalizer. Nothing much, just I don't want the piano to be too muddy, so I brought down the mid a bit. That's that for that. And for my synth pad, I made use of the harmless one lead from the DW sampler, and you get that under lead. When you load your DW sampler, you get it under lead. Then you see the harmless one lead. Then I also loaded an FX tune EQ and just give it little touches. And then I loaded reverb, and I also loaded a spreader. In the beginning of the video, I actually talked about this synth pad that I wanted to be at the background. Okay, I wanted to spread at the background and create like an ambience to carry this track while it plays. That was why I made use of this spreader. So I'm basically spreading it and separating it and pushing it to the back in one way or the other. I hope this video is helpful and as understanding as I felt it will be. So in the next video, I'm going to do like an arrangement for this track that I have made. So please stay tuned, like, share, and give me feedback in the comment section. Thank you.